A huge welcome to the post-race press conference on our second day of racing, the VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship in Lahti, Finland. Saturday was Women's Day, Sunday is Men's Day. 5 of them assembled here. We're looking forward to chatting with them. Why are you guys not smiling? There we go. We've got a lot of people watching on YouTube and Facebook, etc. A huge welcome to all the fans that are here, the media that are here, and everybody watching around the world. What a day these gentlemen and all the other pro men have given us so far. I'm just going to take you through a little rundown of our top 5 and 5th. Joshua Lewis from Guernsey. He swam at 23.03, biked a 156.14, a 115.12 run with a 346.45 for a 5th position, and we'll chat to you shortly. Mathis Margirier for France, 23.01 with a 155.43 bike and 113.59 on that Hoka run half marathon, a 3:35.05. The times are so close. I mean, they came down the finish line on top of each other. Into our podium positions. An all unsere deutsche Fans und deutsche Medien, herzlich willkommen und gratuliere Deutschland. Eine großartige Leistung von die 3 Männer hier. It was Jan Stratmann with a 23.02 swim, a 155.56 bike, a 112.40 on that half marathon, 3:34.11 on what is a very challenging course. Frederic Funk, 23.10 in the lake, 155.14, beautiful tour of Lahti and surrounds on the bike. A 112.21 run, checking out the ski jumps and incredible cross-country trails, 3:33.26. And the youngest ever Ironman 70.3 world champion. 2nd pro race, 2nd victory, Rico Bogen. Incredible. Rico from Germany, a very, very good 22.52, a 156.17, a 1:11.02 half marathon, and came across the line as our VinFast Ironman 70.3 men's world champion in Lahti, Finland in 3:32.22, and I believe that deserves a round of applause. Just giving everybody at home a chance to applaud as well. Just looking at some of the transition, the splits and transition. So, Rico, I don't know if you realized, but heute Morgen vor dem Start, before the start, wir haben Regenbogen gehabt. And your surname has Bogen in it, so I think it was a promise of good things, and that promise was made true. Rico was our 2nd fastest in the Roka swim with a 22.52, just behind Mark Dubrick from the US. When we look at the bike splits, well, pretty much they're all here. Rico was 5th fastest. He did a 156. Jan, just over there, Jan did a 155.56. Mathis, 155.43. And the fastest on the bike, Frederic Funk, he did a 155.14. So obviously you guys like the 5s. If we look at the run, the only member of the top 5 here in the top run splits, the top 5 run splits, Rico was 4th fastest with a 1:11.02. The fastest run today was Mark Dubrick again. He did a 1:10.20. And Rico, you're in the podium as well in terms of transition times. Yeah, you did a really quick 2:14, T1 and T2 combined. The fastest transition was Sam Long. Sam will be happy to know that. He won transition with a 2:04. Yo, yo, yo. So we will give our media a chance to ask questions as soon as I've had a moment to chat to them. We'd like to start with our 5th place today for Great Britain, representing Guernsey, but living in Wales, I'm told. And if I'm not mistaken, you're an architect.
Yes,
by trade.
Right. Yep.
And it looks like you drew a pretty good day.
Yeah, no, it went pretty well for me. I'm not disappointed, to say the least.
The English understatement, you've got to love it at a press conference. If we could get just no. Well, if we look at it in a 2nd and 70.3 staffs, and if I'm not mistaken, this is your first 70.3 World Championship.
Yeah, this is my first full season as a pro, so I'm really pleased with how it's going so far.
Don't run to be a politician. Your speeches are way too short. Now, Joshua, if we look at, first season as a pro, if we look at first Ironman 70.3 World Championship race, did you even think about sitting here at the post-race press conference?
No, not at all. I think I came in thinking a top 15 would be a really good race for me, and a top 10 would be a stretch goal. But put myself out there, I think after the swim, where I found it really tough, to be honest, and that's my background, swimming, but I found the swim really tough. So to come out in the top 15, I was quite pleased with, because I thought I was out the back door, to be quite honest. But yeah, I put in a really good stint on the bike, and once I was in the front group, I think I just buried myself to stay there. And I think I heard a gap after the bike, and when I heard it was like 3 minutes or something, I then started to believe that it was a bit more possible to get a bit higher than maybe 10th or 15th. So yeah, couldn't have asked for much more, really.
Just after the pros finished, a lot of our age groupers were coming down the line, and the common theme from all of them was, oh my goodness, that was hard. What are your thoughts on the course?
Yeah, I don't think that I played the bike very well by sitting at the back of the group the whole time. It was very spiky for me. So I didn't really notice the course itself being hard. I think the way that I rode it was made more difficult, but the run itself was, yeah, that was savage. I found that really, really tough. I am probably a bit of a heavier guy to be running up those hills as well, so I don't lend myself to hill running that much. Coming down them was a bit better, but you know, like I think I did well for what I've got.
Now, I know you also do a bit of triathlon coaching, but you know, you said 15th and 10th was a stretch. When you achieve a result like this, a breakthrough, you're in the top 5, you're at the post-race press conference, suddenly that just opens up, you know, the possibilities, and you can dream even bigger dreams.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what happens after this, but I think I've got a lot more confidence now. This season's given me a lot more confidence in general, and I'm hoping to put myself on more of the higher tiered races and put myself...
Because he's been saying all day and on the broadcast that watch this young man from France, because he's the guy to watch, and you made us watch you for a very, very long time. Congratulations on a great race. You had a second before in 70.3 Lanzarote, but if I'm also not mistaken, this is also your first Ironman 70.3 World Championship.
Yeah, that's my first 70.3 World Championship. So I wanted to be on the podium before the race, because it was my main goal of the year. But those 3 guys was really strong today. I'm really happy for them, and it was a little bit too long for me today.
Well, I mean, you've done extremely well. You know, you've had the second in Lanza, super hard race. I know last year in Qashqai, second place, Jezero as well. You were sitting in the sharp end of the field there, not far behind Rico for a long time. But as you're saying, the run course may be a little too undulating. It can't be too far because it was the same distance for everybody.
Sorry, can you?
The run course,
yeah.
Was it perhaps a little too undulating for you?
Yeah, no. I guess the run course was great for me, but I pushed a little bit too much on the bike. We were going really strong on the bike. It was really hard, and then on the run, my legs were hurting so much, a little bit too much. And on the last 4K, yeah, you know, on the uphill or downhill it was okay, but on the flat parts, I can't push anymore.
In 2 weeks' time, we're going to your beautiful country. We're going to the Côte d'Azur, to Nice, for the Ironman Men's World Championship. As a Frenchman, I'm sure that makes you very proud for the World Championship to be there again.
Yeah, it's great that the World Champ is in Nice, but for the moment I prefer Hawaii. We will see what happens in Nice, but yes, it will be a great race, because it's different than Hawaii. You know, there is more hill on the bike. Yeah, so we will see. But yes, it will be a great race, I hope.
Thank you very much, Mathis. Félicitations, congratulations, fourth place. As we move to our podium men, and we move to our third position, the first of 3 Germans. Wow, locked out the podium. I can't remember when last we locked out the podium with one nation. Jan Stratmann, congratulations, representing Germany. A superb third place. And, you know, you've had a 13th and you've had 11th at the 70.3 World Championship. So 13th in 2021, 11th in 2022, and a big leap to third.
Yeah, my season was started actually quite rough. I knew I was in a great shape or trained really well over the winter, and never really was able to show it. So coming to this race, it was like, yeah, I know what I can, but I was not able to show it. So there was a big question mark on whether I'm able to perform. I knew there are a lot of strong guys racing, so yeah, I just went for it and kept my head, I think, in the right space just before the race. And then, yeah, I'm just super happy to end up on the podium. I didn't expect it this before the race, and yeah, it's just like a bit overwhelming. But yeah, that's just what I worked for really for. I think now I do 10 years of triathlon. Just started on the longer distances in 2019, and yeah, looks like I'm getting there.
Well, a third at a World Championship, without a doubt you're getting there. Just talk us through your race and where you thought the course suited you or where you thought you had to fight a little.
Yeah, when I saw the course first, I thought like the bike would be super flat, but it wasn't. It was like rolling hills, which made it tough because you needed to stay in aero position for almost the whole race. My race started okay. The swim was yeah, I was not just at the front, but I could see the front guys. I think, I don't know my time, but it was like 20 seconds of the first. And then I saw after transition, there was a gap actually to 3 guys up front, and I pushed the first, I think it was 15 minutes, really hard to get there, because I did the mistake I couldn't catch the front at the past 2 World Championships. And it was always super tight, so this time I managed to get to the front, and then once Freddie came, we were like 6 or 7 guys, and already then I thought, okay, it's 5 Germans in here, that's pretty cool. And it was tough, and then coming onto the run, I knew everything is possible, and yeah, I know the German guys, so I know they can run and they are fit, so as well as the others, and yes, it was a tough fight. I always saw Freddie and Mathis in front of me, but it was always a range, I think, between 30 and 40 seconds. But I just couldn't get to them because I needed to do a little bit like cramp management, I would say, especially on the uphills. And then coming into the downhills, like the body was really hurting. And then on the last lap, I also started to get stitches and stuff. And just then, I think also when Mathis said, oh, the last 2 Ks were really tough, but yes, I thought that's my chance to get a podium spot and just went for it.
Congratulations, a superb podium spot. 3rd for Jan Stratmann, gratuliere. The first of 3 Germans, as we'll chat now to Frederic Funk. 2nd place, congratulations, Frederic. So many podiums. A 5th at the 70.3 World Championship last year. A 2nd today, this must be amazing.
Yeah, definitely couldn't have imagined that before the race. My main goal was to be better than last year at Worlds. I think it was a stronger field than last year, so I would have been happy with 5th place again. But yeah, to top it off with 2nd place, yeah, I'm really proud of that.
You know, we're talking about the bike, and there's been a lot of talk about that bike, and it's so many guys, and the course a lot tougher than everybody thought. Was it a very strategic bike?
Yeah, so first of all, I made sure I had a little gap after the swim just to make sure I have the fastest bike split. You know, it's like with going for Strava comps, you always have to start at the back and finish at the front. And yeah, but it was kind of hard to catch up to the front for sure. I needed like 25k, so at least make the others as tired as possible going into the run. And yeah, then when Mathis went to the front, I was always waiting for him to attack because I know he's really strong on the bike as well. But yeah, like in the end, I think we could even get like a very small gap. But yeah, it was, so I had a great position going onto the run course, and felt really good there from the beginning, and also finally, yeah, could prove myself that I'm able to run with the best in the world as well, and yeah, finish it off with 2nd place is really amazing.
Talking about amazing, having seen yesterday swim start T1 hot corner finish line for the women's race, again today swim start T1 hot corner run course finish line for your race. I've been at a couple of 70.3 World Championships, but I mean, I think the spectator sport, the crowds were incredible.
Oh yeah, that was really good. It was yeah, really pushing us. I think for everyone, like almost in every corner of the run course, I even heard my name. I got a lot of splits, and yeah, there were just so many spectators, even on top of the hill. But yeah, then like down here at the lake and close to the finish line, also running into the stadium, like everyone like watching there. That was really cool. It was a really great experience. Really, a lot of spectators, and yeah, thanks to them for cheering on us.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on a superb second for our VinFast Ironman 70.3 World Championship in Lahti, Finland. But the top step of the podium and the title of world champion, a young man from Leipzig in Germany. He's 22 years old. He won his first professional race in Krakow a few months ago, and he wins his second professional race in Lahti and becomes world champion. This is something people don't even dream of, Rico.
Yeah, for sure. It's unbelievable. It's my first pro year. It's my fourth pro race for Ironman. So in Lanzarote I was.
It's easy to maybe get carried away and go a little too full gas too soon, too hard. But for you, it just did not seem to be a problem.
Yeah, my race plan was to go as long as possible with the lead, and I'm a good swimmer and biker, so I try to stay with the first position. And yeah, if Fred goes to the front and he attacks, I closed the gap, and this was really, really hard. I thought, oh fuck, I don't know if I can.
Sorry, that's German for oh wow.
I don't know if I even can run. Yeah, so at the end, they both had a little gap. I say, yeah, the last 5Ks you can go, and yeah, but then I had good running legs and can go the uphill very good. And after 3Ks, I was in the lead position, and I tried, yeah, to stay as long as possible at the front, and coming in the finish line in first place was really incredible.
Stay as long as possible in front, and you're saying that you're a good swimmer and a good biker. You're mentioning nothing about your run, but you've got one of the fastest run splits at a 1:11. Till Schenk, the German announcer, he was there when you won your race in Krakow, and you beat the likes of multiple Ironman world champion, fellow German Patrick Lange. And he says Jan Stratmann is a good training buddy of yours, and he says that finally, you always got beaten, but finally you managed to win something. That's what you said in Krakow. Finally, I managed to win something. Aber was sagst du jetzt heute?
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, I had respect for the big names like Christian Blumfeld, Sam Long, Ben Canute, and also Frederic Funk. And yeah, here I was dreaming about 5 places would be a top result, and then come here in first place is just unbelievable. And the last 2 kilometers, I was a little bit crying, and yeah, because I was flying with all the spectators, and yeah, that was, yeah, okay, now you can enjoy it. The baby is coming in a few days, so.
You're feeling a little bit finished at the moment.
Yeah, now I'm a little bit tired, but.
I didn't mean that kind of finished.
But yeah, this race venue is very spectacular. The run course is never getting boring, so I think this is even better than Krakow.
So that is your VinFast Ironman 70.3 world champion, young man from Germany. Remember the name, Rico Bogen. Congratulations, Rico. Thank you to all these gentlemen here. What a race they gave us, as well as all the pro men and all our professional women yesterday. We're going to give our media here an opportunity to ask a few questions. Please, if you can just say your name and your outlet, you can pitch the question, and we'd love to hear what you have to ask of these 5 incredible men.
Just fans.
I know what the media are like. You know, Deutsche Medien will alles auf Deutsch haben, and the French media en français. So that's all good. A huge thank you to everybody who's tuned in to our live media conference post-race. Congratulations to our top 5 men, Joshua Lewis, Mathis Margirier, Jan Stratmann, Frederic Funk, and our champion, Rico Bogen. The racing continues. Please tune into our finish line camera. To everybody who's been with us all week for the VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship, for those who couldn't be here in person, thank you for being with us online. And tonight is the Banquet of Champions. We cannot wait to celebrate that. We'll see you in Nice. We'll see you in Kona. Kiitos. Thank you very much.
Thanks.